Hello everyone and welcome to this short presentation about SAP S for HANA for the telecommunications industry. I am Carolina Bocci, Business Development Manager at EY, the global firm within professional services. And we are here today as EY and SAP are partners helping our clients with digital transformation. And with me, I have also my colleague Anastasia Christoffers. Can you please introduce yourself, Anastasia?
Thank you, Carolina. Yes, I'm Anastasia Christoffers, and I work as a client executive at EY with tech, media, and telco companies. And I've got 20 years of experience working in this industry with different commercial roles. I'm happy to be here today to talk about the telco aspects of S4HANA.
Thank you, Anastasia. Yes, and here we also have the agenda and the topics we will cover today. We will start out with some general background information and then finish off looking at S4HANA for telcos illustrated by a couple of cases. But first of all, Anastasia, what actually is S4HANA and why is this so exciting? Tell us a bit more.
Absolutely. S4HANA can simply be described as an enabler for digital transformation. It's a truly modern ERP system with embedded AI and machine learning capabilities. It's available on-premise or in a public or private cloud. A hybrid environment is also possible. The digital transformation in telco is really fueled by huge industrial investments, and according to SAP, $650 billion have been invested globally. We also know that many organizations will rely on emerging tech like AI when transforming their businesses. For example, to ensure really timely and efficient delivery throughout the whole supply chain. So to put it simply, digitalization is accelerating with fast pace and telcos must really adapt accordingly.
I see very exciting times indeed. And looking at these figures, what would you say are the underlying growth drivers? And why should we act today?
Well, first of all, we know that the support for the current version of SAP will end in 2027. However, what we expect now during the COVID situation is that companies are really accelerating their digital transformation in order to stay competitive in this new environment. So generally speaking, there is a constant demand for delivering more value with less effort, where innovation is really the key to this. So if we flip to the next page, we'll see an overview of this development. These three pillars illustrate the journey from where we are today to where we want to be in the future. From a situation where data is purely an input for operating the business to a future situation where the data's main function is to provide advanced analytics and real insights, both around what is happening right now and what will happen in the future. For example, it could be around the customers. What services and what solutions do they want and where do they want them? Or if you're an operator, you also have the concept of intelligent connectivity. How can you anticipate the congestion in your network? And how can you predict network failures? Something important to note here, I think, is that this is not about reducing the headcounts, but really getting rid of the very repetitive works or repetitive jobs while shaping them into new, innovative and more valuable roles. For example, as analysts or business strategy experts.
I see. So very easy to see the advantages, but as we know, it used to be two sides of the coin. How about risks and challenges in the implementation of S/4HANA?
Well, there are, of course, risks and challenges. And first of all, we have to remember that this is a very customer-specific question. And we would be happy to discuss this more in detail with all our existing and potential clients. But speaking a little bit in general terms, in order to fully benefit from S/4HANA, there has to be not only a technical conversion, but more of a large organizational transformation. And this requires a clear strategy and a solid plan for change management, where the entire organization is part of the project, and not only a specific function or a department.
This makes sense, I think. And yeah, you briefly mentioned intelligent connectivity. So can you give some other examples of how telcos can or could use S/4HANA?
Absolutely. Let's flip to the next page. Let's start with a short summary of some general telco trends we see in the market or we have seen them for quite a while now. This is summarized in the yellow box. And first of all, top line growth is under pressure as traditional voice services are declining. As we touched upon before, data is really becoming increasingly important when innovating and expanding the portfolio of telcos. This could be examples of offerings in gaming, in smart home, e-banking, and it could also be e-education. As a way to generate revenues and growth, we also see that telcos are striving towards a leadership position in a Net Promoter Score, but this needs to be at an affordable cost, which means that they have to leverage digital transformation to get there. We also see that the capex intensity is moving up as telcos go towards higher investments in data-led networks like 5G and fiber, supported of course by SDN and NFV. To streamline this business, we also see initiatives like asset sharing, asset inventory optimization, and in some cases we see spin-offs. Finally, we see that digital technologies such as analytics, RPA, AI, and also cloud-based OSS and BSS systems, they will play an important part for cost reduction and for quality increase. The mentioned trends clearly drive some corresponding needs, summarized here in the second box, including the right platform to create new digital services, one common global view for financial reporting to really prevent financial surprises, to enable fast and well-informed executive decisions, and supporting superior capital allocation. Real-time data and predictive data analytics is also important, of course. These two boxes together, the industry trends and the corresponding needs, are the fundamentals for building the digital core, meaning to enable growth through new solutions and business models, to really maximize the digital processes. For example, reports that used to take days to run now run in hours or minutes. To have a single source of truth, meaning a seamless merger between several systems. and to have value-adding financial reporting, including real-time insights.
Okay, very nice overview, but also quite a lot of information to digest here, I believe, at least for some of us. And I know that you also prepared a couple of cases, right, that could illustrate this. Yes. A little bit more.
Yes, we at EY, we have done and we are doing many projects within digital transformation enabled by S/4HANA. For example, together with our partner SAP, we helped one Europe-based top-tier telco to increase the touchless processing from 65 to 85% through process simplifications and adoption of emerging technologies. Another case is a leading global telco, mainly focused towards enterprise business. We helped them with a significant change management program empowered by S/4HANA, which resulted in a real-time reporting system for them to manage their customers, but also suppliers and finance processes.
Very impressive outcomes. Any names you can mention?
Well, I could mention a case done by SAP with Verizon. They managed to lower their total cost of ownership with 20%, which is quite impressive. So we could have a closer look at this case on the next slide. Many of you probably know that Verizon is one of the largest telco players globally, present in 150 locations with around 135,000 employees. In line with the consolidation trend we see in the telco industry, we have also done, or Verizon have also done multiple acquisitions in the recent years, about 25 acquisitions since 2014. And to fully leverage on these acquisitions, there was a clear need to merge also all the ERP systems used by the different companies. In 2018, Verizon also promised to have a shareholder value of $10 billion. And the key to achieve this is really to harness the power of a single digital platform across the complete enterprise, supported by S/4HANA. What Verizon did here was to implement S/4HANA for all the business units as a finance-first cornerstone, part of the transformation journey. This includes, for example, centralizing the general ledger across 6 ERP systems, a great example of a single source of truth, which we mentioned earlier. And besides one robust system for the entire financial closure, S/4HANA also allows Verizon to extract the balance sheets and the P&L directly from the system, timely and quite efficiently. And as a result of implementing S/4HANA, Verizon managed to significantly reduce their data processing and reduce the manual journal entries from different silo systems. The total cost of ownership has been reduced with 20%, and the closing of the books, or the process for closing the books, has actually shortened with 1.5 business days.
Wow, I'm sure this is a very attractive scenario for many of our viewers. Going back to EY's role here, how are we actually working with our clients to create value with this?
Yes, on the next, if we flip to the next slide, we have summarized a few examples. And as you see here, based on our experience as business advisors, we have collected all our services enabled by SAP under one umbrella, which we call Agile Business Transformation. The purpose is really to enable an outcome-based end-to-end transformation across multiple business functions. Some of them you can see here to the left, like finance, like customers, supply chain, people, and so on. And as mentioned before, the key really to successful digital transformation is to engage and involve all aspects of the business and really all parts of the organization. Through innovative business models, we need to connect experiences, processes, technologies, and people in a huge pool of value that can actually be unleashed. And to the right here, we have listed a couple of examples of how we can help our clients with digital transformation enabled by S/4HANA. This was actually the last slide from our side. So if you have any questions or would like to learn more, don't hesitate to contact us. Here is an overview of some EY contacts in Sweden. As mentioned before, we are collaborating closely with our partner SAP, and we're happy to help you with any questions you may have. So thank you very much for listening and have a really nice day ahead.
Thank you. And yeah, we hope you found this presentation valuable, and feel free to contact us if you have further questions. Thank you very much.